Yeah.
Mr. Lakshmikant, I'll make you the host, so you will have complete control on this meeting.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm making you the host. And, yeah, you're now the host, Mr. Lakshmikant. You have complete control. It's
Okay.
yours.
Okay. Done. Yeah. Once again, good evening, and I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, perfectly. Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So today this is what we will be going to have now. Overview of GRE general tests, registration tips, and what to expect on test day. And getting and sending your scores means how to save $1 or $8 while applying to the universities, and the tools to help you prepare and the tools to help you stand out. So these are the topics we will be going off. And I request have a notepad. It's a good habit. So whereas you can have your queries on that, and at the end of the presentation, we can have a question and answer session. And moving forward, I would be asking question, and don't be afraid of giving your answers. What is meant by GRE, and for what it is used for? You can type in the chat box also. Come on, guys.
Yeah, GRE is generally a graduate record exam, which helps the student to know about the aptitude and quantitude knowledge of the
Okay.
student.
Okay. For what it is used?
I'm sorry.
For what purpose it is used?
Generally to apply for the admissions in USA and some German universities too.
Okay. Okay, fine. We will see for what it is used. GRE basically considering graduate as business schools as well, and this used for master's program and MBA programs, specialized master's program, and doctoral programs, and awarding fellowships. For these things, this can be used. GRE can be used, and the scores are valid for 5 years. GRE once written, scores are valid for 5 years. And many people doesn't know this. Many MBA schools, around 1,300 plus business schools accept GRE, and scores are trusted and accepted top business schools worldwide. And most business schools are following Harvard Business School's lead in weighing their GRE scores equally with other business school admission tests. It means, probably most of the universities following Harvard University Business School for accepting GRE for MBA. As noted on its website, it is there on website is, there is no minimum GMAT or GRE to apply, and we do not have any bias towards one test or another. So there is no difference between GRE and GMAT for them especially. So it is being written in the websites of Harvard Business School. So in fact, for MBA also people can apply, and law, yes. Many people doesn't know this as well, and you can apply with GRE to law schools as well. I could say top university like University of Arizona, Harvard University, Northwestern University, Georgetown University are the among. These are the good universities for law, are among the first to begin accepting GRE scores for admission purposes. In fact, these universities are accepting GRE scores for law, and you can view the latest list in the website as well. So with the GRE, you can, this is a test which is accepted by thousands of graduate and business schools worldwide. And this is a user-friendly. The test is completely user-friendly. And you can send only your best score means you could send, probably a student has taken a GRE twice or thrice, and the top score could be sent to the universities according to his wish. Yeah. So this is a computer delivered test. It is a general test for it in the format of computer, and these are the sections. We have seen, analytical writing assessments, verbal, and quant. There are three sections. And analytical writing assessments is nothing but you need to write essays, you need to type essays, I mean to say. You would have 2 tasks and 30 minutes for each task. I mean to say you would find 2 essays. And in verbal, coming to verbal, you would have again 2 sections, 20 questions each. And quant again, 2 sections, 20 questions each, and 35 minutes per section. I just, share another screen so you can understand very, very clearly. This is a new screen able to see, right?
Yes, we are able to see that.
Yeah. So this is the pattern we have just now discussed. This is the pattern: analytical writing assessments, math, and we'll go in one by one. So you would have AVA. Why I have taken this image is like you need to type your essays. You need to type your essays. Instead, we are from childhood, we are being habituated of writing essays on the papers or in the books, but not on the screens. So you need to habituate yourself to type an essay on the screen. So a lot of difference between on the screen and off the screen. So you have 2 tasks here, and one is analyze an issue and second is analyze an argument. What is meant by analyze an issue? So you will get a topic in this essay, in this task, where you need to analyze an issue and develop an argument with proper examples. I just give an example. Online classes are more effective and more informative and more flexible. Or else, online classes are more flexible and more effective. So this is a controversy question. Maybe you will find a issue in this and you can argue as well. So you would say then probably okay, online classes are flexible, but when coming to doubt session, especially in live classes we can clarify our doubts by sitting one-on-one to the faculty. But online classes we could not do that, and some people are afraid of camera. Some people are afraid of asking questions through camera. So in this regard, you need to find an issue in the topic and argue. You need to develop an argument. You need to develop an argument based on the proper examples. You need to give proper examples. You could not argue like a child. So that is what happens in analyzing an issue. Coming to analyzing an argument means you need to find the logical soundness of the argument. For example, if you go to child, they will argue without any proper reasons. That is what childish. And when you go to a proper person, some aged person, they will argue with examples. Probably you need to find the logical soundness. That should be logical. For example, a smoke is coming from that side. From a mountain, smoke is coming. So suddenly, what do you think? Oh, there is a fire. Without fire, smoke will not come. Simple. You need to find a logical soundness of argument according to the given task directions. You'll be given some directions to argue, to get to make logical soundnesses from that argument, and according to the task directions, you can go ahead. And this is called AVA. I will do a recap as well. This is called math. Math, I could say Indians are very good at mathematics. And many a times I could say many students in India have got, top score, full score in math section. And in math, you will have, this is the syllabi for, mathematics especially. These are the, probably, you'll get this kind of questions related to arithmetic. And to be honest, I'm very bad at mathematics. So I'll try to explain you very well. So arithmetic, probably addition, subtractions, multiplication, these kind of questions you'll get in arithmetic. And algebra, coming to algebra questions, Probably it's related to formulas, equations, f of x, this and find x, and these kind of questions you'll get in algebra. And coming to next thing is geometry. Geometry again, we all know, everyone knows, geometry. You'll be getting geometry questions in this as well. Probably a figures round, something like that. And you have data analysis as well. So data analysis probably related to population, or a company turnover, or company profits and losses. These kind of questions we'll get in data analysis, and we will see a sample questions as well, how it would be at the end of the presentation. And coming to next is, these are the types of questions. You have quantitative comparison. There is a lot of difference between quantitative comparison, qualitative comparison. I mean to say, if how many apples you have, I have 3 apples. And how apples are, apples are really tasty. Apples are really tasty. Qualitative comparison. How many apples you have? I have 3 apples. Quantitative comparison. You would have quantitative comparison questions, and you would have multiple choice questions. Probably in multiple choice questions, select one answer type or select one or more. And probably you would have numeric entry questions as well. So these are the types of questions you will find in math. And coming to verbal, sorry, I hope people are feeling bored.
Not really.
Not really, right?
Not really.
Yeah. I think,
No,
feeling.
Lakshmikant, the session was going very good. Please carry on.
Oh, great. So I will give energy now. Shravani and all people, I'm giving energy now. You try to grab it.
Yeah, thank you.
You feel happy now. This is what required. So why I have taken this image is because verbal is a kind of section where we need to fall in love. Especially students, we need to suggest them, please fall in love with verbal language. Probably they understand this really well when you use love, because they have around, earlier it was 3,500 words. Now they have to learn around 1,200 plus words, different kind of words, vocabulary. They need to improve. There are different kind of methods as well. They have root method, and they have flashcards method. There are different kinds of methods to learn vocabulary. So and primarily they need to fall in love, then only they can have this language. And probably you would have reading comprehension questions. From childhood we have been habituated with that. Reading comprehension, you'll get a passage one side, and you'll get questions on other side, and these are the reading comprehension questions. And text completion questions is nothing but in terminology, in better terminology, I could say it is fill in the blanks. These kind of questions probably students get in the test. And coming to next thing is sentence equivalence question. Sentence equivalence is nothing but synonymous. One word have different meanings, so that is called sentence equivalence. And the reading comprehensions, they will get these are the types of question: multiple choice, under multiple choice, select one answer type, or select one or more answer choices. And probably the other type of questions students get usually is select in passage. They need to select in the passage itself. I will show you how it would be at the end of the presentation. But I have some questions to the people now. So what is mean by what is mean by aesthetic? AESTHETIC. And just copied in chat box. You can see what is mean by aesthetic. Come on, you can answer it. It's easy. Pleasing or appealing. Okay, fine. Aesthetic is beauty, appreciation of beauty. And I would ask one more question. Reluctant. What is meant by reluctant? Hesitant. Exactly right. And what is meant by conducive? CONDUCIVE. What is meant by conducive? Suitable. Okay, I would like to add here, conducive means comfortable, be comfortable, more comfortable, easy. Now, why I have taken these three words is, probably now a boy is going to propose a girl after joining Skylark, and he has joined Skylark, and he has now prepared very well for GRE, and he has very good command in English. Now he goes to a girl and says, "Oh girl, you're looking aesthetic. Oh girl, you're looking aesthetic. And why you are reluctant to me? Why you are reluctant to me? Why don't you conducive to me? And why don't you conducive to me?" So I just taken an example for fun. So in this way, probably a student can learn the language. Okay, so going to our previous thing, the computer delivered test, GRE general test, a small recap I'm doing now. And probably apart from this, you will get in math and verbal, you will have two sections. So 4 sections together. Apart from these 4 sections, you'll get one more section. That would be probably unscored or research section. Unscored, what happens in unscored section, you will not get to know which one it is, which one is the unscored section. And probably in research section, it will always be written mark, it is research. So you will clearly get to know about research section, but not unscored. But both, and either an unscored or research section, that doesn't count toward your scores. So doesn't carry any single mark, but this is for future purpose itself. Approximate total timing is around 3 or 45 minutes, and plus your timed breaks. This is what we have discussed. Analytical writing assessments. We have two essays. One is analyze an issue and analyze an argument. So requires you to analyze an issue and develop an argument with reasons, as we discussed it. So analyze an argument requires you to assess the logical soundness of a given argument according to the specific stars directions. So they need to find the logical soundness of the argument. And essay response type on computer. Basic functions include insert text, delete text, cut and copy, cut and paste, and undo and previous, go to the previous action. So in the section they can move, but not out of the section. So this is what we have seen for verbal, reading comprehensions, text completions, and sentence equivalence. We have seen types of questions: multiple choice, select one answer type, and select one or more answer choices, and select in passage. And we have seen quantitative reasoning as well. We have seen quantitative comparison and difference between quantitative and qualitative, and multiple choice questions, select one answer choice or one or more choices, numeric entry question. You'll get arithmetic, algebra, geometry, and data analysis. So, and these sections are section level adaptive. What is section level adaptive means is the computer selects the second section of a measure based on your performance in the first section. So within each section, all questions contribute equally to your final score. So the first section depends, probably if you do really well in first section, so your second section would be really tough. So if student is getting tough questions in second section, they are really doing good. If they are getting tough questions in second section onwards, they are really doing good, because the second section of a measure based on their performance of the first section. So that is called section level adaptive. The complete verbal and quantitative reasoning sections are section level adaptive, and we always suggest to contribute equally to each and every section. And both sections are important, since the final score on each measure is based on the total number of correct answers and the level of difficulty of the questions. So many people believe that points are not deducted for wrong answers. So it is always better. Probably many people have, there is a negative marking in GRE, but there is no negative marking. So it is always better to guess than to leave an answer blank. So they need to use their knowledge. Registration tips. I'll go a little faster here because we can spend time on other part. So registration, if they can register early, you are more likely to get, preferred the time and location, date and time and test location, and create a preparation plan focused on your test date timing, because it is really important. To register, you will need to create an ETS account as like as, I could say Gmail. By doing sign up for Gmail, as like as that only you need to do your ETS account here as well. And you will also use ETS account to register and view your official scores, probably right. And our official scores can be viewed in their account itself. And you can also sign up for GRE search service, which is free service to the students to find the schools. You should also review the GRE information bulletin for ID requirements. Bulletin basically we will keep with the agents, and now due to pandemic we cannot come to your place and give you the bulletins, but I could say you can download this bulletin from ATS website, and consider where you might want to send your scores and check their admission deadlines as well in the search service. And coming to next, when you create ETS account and register, have a ID handy. ID is nothing but passport, and every country has a specific ID requirements. And but India, we require only passport. We could go for a passport itself. And the name you use when registering must exactly match your ID. Probably that could be spelling exactly match, and first name last name should match exactly related to your passport. And you must supply your entire last name as well. Probably some people think last name would be 2 or 3 names, and according to the passport only you need to give. If 3 names are there, 3 names you should give. Like this example, this name is Jose Fernandez de Cordova, so he has given complete last name. Okay, so creating your ETS account is like I said, as Gmail, signing up as a Gmail. It's very, very simple. And after creating your account, it will show like this. After logging in, it will ask to register for the test. By here they can register for the test by clicking here. So what to expect, and these are the tips basically given to the students, which are really important tips I could say. Get to the test center early, because some people say I know CM KCR, or CM Jagan Mohan Reddy, or I know DGP, or else I know they will like to use their social benefit. Probably their they want to showcase I'm a great person in the society, so you need to allow me if I come late. So here doesn't happen at all. So we always suggest get to the test center early, because if they come late, if 10 a.m. is the test, if they come 10:01, that is not considered. Try to before half an hour. We always say before half an hour is the best, because before 15 minutes they will ask you to come inside. So go to the test center early, and be sure to bring your official document, that is passport, that exactly match your registration, or you may not be able to test. So if passport is not there, you will not be allowed inside. So follow the policies and procedures explained in website or in the bulletin as well. You can download bulletin from ETS website. What is allowed in the test center, and test etiquettes, and more details you can find in the bulletin. Let's learn more about the features probably from website itself. So other graduate level admission tests requires you to answer each question in order to in order, and do not allow you to see what is ahead, or what is ahead, or permit you to go back. So try to understand the other admission tests are really difficult when compared to GRE. And coming to GRE, you can change your answers in the section. You can mark questions, and you can skip questions, and you can return to them, and you can navigate freely in the section. In the section, they can freely navigate. That is what the GRE test is, a friendly design test. And you can have an approach test using more of your own personal test taking strategies. That is what they have written here. Good news, only GRE test features and a test taker friendly design. So research from GRE program shows that most GRE test taker boosted scores when changing answers. Probably they can come back and change the answers and move forward. This is what how test look like. A test look like. This is a numeric entry question, and this is a calculator. They can move forward by clicking on next. They can go back, and they can mark the questions, and they can exit section. They can click on Calci. Calci will come on the screen. So this is how the test preview looked like. and use your breaks wisely, because there is a 10-minute break after third section. There is a 1-minute break between the other sections as well, because use your breaks wisely, because that is required. A human being, basically after 90 minutes the brain stops accepting things according to the scientific reason. So try to take a 10-minute break, so uh, to get replenished probably, and you can use the grate. If you take an unscheduled break, the clock will not stop. So the best strategy is to proceed with your test without interruption once it begins. So take breaks, but not too much. Probably another tips, become familiar with question formats and direction. We are now familiar with the question formats. Okay, my screen stopped at verbal section. Oh my god, really?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Lakshmikant, I guess
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
we
I'm
couldn't actually.
I'm sorry. I'm just going. I'm now.
Yes, yeah, we are able to see that.
I'm I'm going to three. Oh my god. Oh my god. So shall I continue? Shall I go back?
No problem. Please
Huh?
continue.
Yeah.
Please
So
continue. No problem.
yeah. So become familiar with the question formats and directions beforehand, because we are just now familiar with we have seen how the formats are and how the directions are, and be aware of time. That's what I said. We cannot use our credibility there, and be on time, and go for the test smoothly, and make sure you understand what each question is asking by reading each question thoroughly and reading all answer choices before answering. That is what some people, what they do. Many people doesn't have patience to read complete passage or complete question. They will read the question off and start answering the question, but that's not a good habit. But probably that is what written, read thoroughly, and read all answer choices before giving answer. And there is no credit for partially. They have some two question, probably one question has multiple answers, and they need to give multiple answers there. I want to say hint also given at the question. So they need to select two answer choices. If two answer choices are, they have to select two answers. Multiple, probably three or two or three. They need to give complete answers. If partially correct answers, would not get marks for them. And answer every question, even if you have to make a best guess. I would say answer every question, because they should use the knowledge. Use knowledge. You have to figure out answers to unfamiliar questions, because there is no negative marking. So it's best practices, answer each and every question. So coming to next part, do not waste time on questions you find extremely difficult. That is what since no question carries greater weight than any other. And do not spend too much time on the review screen, as this will take away from the time you have to spend on the test questions. So this is not Arjun Reddy movie, so we can spend usually more time. So do not spend too much time on the review screen, because it will hamper your time. And check the review screen before fin. And this is important, but don't waste a lot of time on the screen. So finishing a section to ensure you have answered all questions. And getting and sending scores. So this is a format we have seen. Analytical writing assessment score is 0 to 6 bands, and it is a half point increment, and 2 SS you will find in this. In verbal, probably 130 to 170, and quant is also 130 to 170. Here 1 point increment, 1 point increment. It's nothing but 130 is 260, 170, 170 is 340. So the total score range is 260 to 340. If you just open the test and close the test, you will get 260. Means 260 is, just assume it as a 0. So this is a score range, score scales. So here what happens, putting your best scores. Before this, I will do one thing. Are you able to see an image on the screen?
Yes, we are able to.
So in this image, there are some hidden animals, and you need to find those animals and let me know. So if you see more than 3, it's really you have good observation skills. So you have only 1 minute. You have only 1 minute. So I can have water now. Yeah, time up, time up. I hope everyone has given right answers. It's really good. So you have good observation skills, of course. So there is a. I'm going to reveal it. You all have told probably right answers. And this is a bear in the sky, and there is a pigeon in the sky, and angel in the sky, and somebody said fox face in the these mountains. There is a horse in this mountains, and probably tiger in the water, tiger face. So thank you so much, and you have really did well. Going back to our part. So putting your best, I think can you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, we are able to see this.
So putting your best scores forward with the select score option. So you decide which GRE scores you want to send to the universities. On test day, you view your scores at the test center. On the test center, probably after test, it will ask you to select 4 universities where they can send your scores freely. So use your 4 free score reports, most recent or all option. There are some options where you can send scores from your most recent tests, or all option is also available. Send scores from all tests in last 5 years. And after test day, you can view your scores via your ETS account, that is probably 10 to 15 days, and use additional score reports. So probably most recent, and one more option, same option, all option, and any option. Any means send scores from one or many tests in the last 5 years. Sorry. So what is the difference between two? I just give a small example. I have two students I have seen long back, around 6 years back, around 5 years back story. And one fellow is really planned, and second fellow is not planned. And both are taking GRE coaching to crack GRE. But one fellow has, he did a complete research. He has a profiling. He has CV ready with him, and he has listing of universities. Shortlisting of universities has been done. Shortlisting means they would select students who select universities according to their profile and their ambition and their admission requirements. Probably, I could say their aim and their universities or their specializations, these kind of, according to these things, they could shortlist some universities. And the first fellow has complete idea about shortlisting universities and the editing part, as well as profiling. He's ready with all things. And second fellow is not ready with all things, but only GRE. And both went for the test. And after test, the first fellow, what he did is he has selected 4 universities. And second fellow hasn't selected 4 universities because he doesn't know how to select, and he doesn't know what to select. Because he doesn't know which university he is planning or which specialization he is planning. In fact, he's planning for specialization. But around 3,000 universities, out of 3,000 universities, they need to select 4. Probably they might have taken, they would take wrong decision there. See, first fellow has did it, and he has saved $108. You ask me how. So what happens with the second fellow is, the second fellow now goes to a counselor and asks for profiling, shortlisting, editing, all these things. And within 10 to 15 days, second fellow would probably both will get scores. And first fellow scores are already sent to universities, and second fellow scores has not sent to the universities. And he has to send scores now. And after result, he has to send scores. He has to send score after results. For that, what he does is, he will pay $27 on each university. For each university sending scores, he will pay $27. If he select at least four universities, he would be paying $108 extra. The second fellow is paying $108 extra. He hasn't saved $108 because there is no plan. So I mean to say is, if a student has a plan on, before test to select universities, they can save $108. This is all about, this putting your best scores to the universities. So always, you can tell students to, save $108. They have to spend at lastly if they don't select right university after the test, and that is mandatory because they have to send scores to the people, to the universities. I mean, the next thing, official scores through ETS. That's what we discussed. 10 to 15 days after the test day, student can view their official scores online. And the score report includes all scores in the reportable history. Past 5 years reports would be included in the history of reports, and you can print a personal copy as well and select order additional score reports. What we have discussed this now. I know they need to pay $27 on each university to send official copies to institutions after test day. And with the score select option, you decide which scores from your reportable history are sent to schools. Yeah. If you want to take the test again, they can take with the score select option. You never need to send scores from a particular administration if you feel they are not your best. Probably just now we have discussed, and you always have the option to take the test again. And you can take the GRE general test once every 21 days, up to 5 times within any continuous rolling 12-month period. So in a year, they can take 5 times, and they should have 21 days gap in between each test. And this is probably not recommended. Analysis by ETS revealed that most people who took the test second time did better. So score improvements were noted on the verbal reasoning measure and on the quantitative reasoning measure. This happens only who haven't planned their education, who haven't planned their coaching, who haven't planned their profiling, who haven't planned their shortlisting of universities. If they have planned, they can save a lot of money. Instead of, this is not recommended basically, but this is been written here. However, I'm reading it. So not recommended. If they have correct plan, if they take mock test before itself, they are really familiar with that. And this is additional feedback on their performance with free GRE general diagnostic service. This is a service which provides performance on the test questions in the verbal reasoning and quantitative reasoning section, and this would be activated in their account, ETS account, after 15 days. The service includes a description of types of questions you answered right or wrong, and difficulty level of each question, and the time you have spent on each question. I will show you how it is, and you can access this service in your ETS approximately 15 days after you take the test, and for 6 months following downline, probably downtime, 6 months you can take the test. So this is an extra service which is given by ETS. This is how the service look like. After test, it will show you the question answer is right or wrong, difficulty level, and time spent on each question. Right or wrong, difficulty level. If the difficulty level is 5, this is the toughest question. This is quant, right or wrong, difficulty level, time spent. And I'll go a little faster here because everything is on website, and we can spend some time on important thing. This is a free Power Prep online. There is a Power Prep online. A free thing is to the students. They can download this material by going to ETS website. And there is paid versions as well, math review and math conventions. These are the paid versions. And the Power Prep Plus online, this is probably, I think this is also this is a paid version, I could say. These are the official guide and official reasoning and official quantitative reasoning books. And this is also something paid versions, official GRE Super Power Pack value combo. And probably they have official GRE app as well. They can download and they can enjoy it, and they can probably see tips and the strategies for cracking GRE. And probably social media also, they can join us, LinkedIn, and people can talk to any of the people throughout the globe. There is a Sina Weibo, is a social media platform where student can connect who have taken already GRE. And GRE, we have official thing in GRE official, in the name of GRE official, in the WeChat app, you can connect with the students. Tools to help you stand out. GRE subjects. So GRE subjects. So we have seen in the primary slide, masters, probably GRE is accepted, used for masters and MBA, specialized masters, and two more options are there. Can anyone recollect it? There are five points are there. One is, they can do masters, they can do MBA, they can do specialized masters, and two more are there.
Doctoral programs.
Exactly right. Doctoral programs as well as award fellowships. So probably GRE subjects are taken by those candidates who wants to do doctoral programs, not only doctoral programs, and who wants to show their application as stronger. My profile is so stronger than others. Probably each university would get 3,500 shortlisted applications. From them, from 3,005, they need to pick the people. And if you have GRE subjects, you will be among them. You will be first among them. So it will help to make the application even stronger and demonstrate achievement in particular fields of study. And each test assumes an undergraduate major or extensive background in that discipline. And it is a paper delivered test administered in September, October, and April. Only 3 months GRE subject test would be conducted, and probably it will take around 2 weeks of time to give you a result. And these are the subjects this would be covered: biology, chemistry, literature in English, maths, and physics, and psychology. And the student can showcase his or her profile. I'm stronger, I'm too stronger to your program, to your college. To showcase this, probably people will take subject test, and probably doctoral programs who is applying for PhD programs would take GRE subjects. And probably after going USA, many people write GRE subjects to get award fellowships as well. So in different ways it would be used. Helping schools find GRE serves, we already discussed this. And just list a free profile about yourself to help institution find you more easily. They can find some schools. Students can find some schools in GRE search service. If you match the recruitment profile of a participating institution, you may be sent information about graduate or business school programs. Probably a student would get all information about that school if they go for a search service. And you will be asked if you would like to register for GRE search service when you register for GRE test, or they can avail this service free of cost without by making only signing up a ETS account. So this is GRE search service. So this is a paper delivered test. Before this, what I do now, ETS is doing on test at home itself. It's a special home edition. So I will play a video. Just watch the video. You will understand everything. If still we have doubts, we can discuss. Okay. So shall I share that video with you?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. What happened? I think you're able to see this video, right? Can you able to see this video?
Convenient testing option that you can take right at home. It's the same TOEFL IBT test.
Yes.
The only differences are you use your own equipment and you are monitored online by a human proctor. To take the test at home, you will need a desktop or laptop computer. It can be either a PC or a Mac. A camera that can be moved to show the proctor the entire room. a microphone, and a speaker. Headsets are not permitted for this test. For more specific details about equipment requirements, visit the Special Home Edition website. You will need to download and install the ETS test browser on the computer you will use for the test. To fully install the browser, you must run the file after downloading it. Next, check your equipment by running the ProctorU system check. This will confirm that your computer, camera, microphone, and speaker meet the requirements for the test. Be sure that your room meets the requirements for testing. For the test, you must be in a room alone, preferably at home. Outdoor and public spaces are not permitted. Your computer must be on a desk or table, and you need to sit in a standard chair. The testing area must be clear of all items not approved for use during the test. Once you confirm that your equipment and testing room will meet the requirements for test day, you are ready to register. The TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition has a two-step registration process. Step 1 is to start your registration in your ETS account. Log into your account and select Register. On the Find Test Centers and Dates page, select Special Home Edition. You won't select a test date and time here, but don't worry, you will do that in Step 2. Follow the directions to continue your registration and pay for your test. After you finish Step 1, you will receive an email from ProctorU. The email is usually delivered within a few hours. Step 2 is to complete your registration in your ProctorU account by selecting your test date and time. Use the link and temporary password in the email from ProctorU to access your ProctorU account. Select Schedule next to your test. Choose a date and time for your test and click Select, then Schedule. When you're done, you will receive a confirmation message on screen and by email. Here are some tips to help you get ready for your test. To take notes during the test, you can use a whiteboard or a piece of paper inside a transparent sheet protector with an erasable marker. Don't wear headphones or earphones. Bring a small mirror or your mobile phone for check-in, and have your ID ready to show the proctor. When it's time for your test, log in to your ProctorU account. Be sure to check in within 15 minutes of your scheduled start time. Otherwise, your test will be canceled. When you start your session, the proctor will walk you through the check-in process. You will need to show your ID and show your computer screen using a small mirror or your mobile phone. Then, you will use your computer camera to show a 360-degree view of the room. During the test, make sure that you can be seen by the proctor at all times. Avoid doing anything that may look suspicious, like talking out loud to yourself or looking away from the screen. After the listening section, there is a 10-minute break. You can leave your seat, but you must return on time. At the end of the test, you can view your unofficial reading and listening scores. Then you will have the option to report or cancel your scores. You will receive your official scores 6 to 10 days after your test in your ETS account. Your scores are valid for 2 years after your test date. Good luck on your TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition test, the test that helps you keep your dreams on track.
So that is about, a special home edition. I think you have understood. I hope you understood. If you have any questions, you can ask, and special. We'll do one more time. This is a paper delivered GRE general test, not in our country, not in our country. In our country, only computer delivered tests. But this is, in other countries where they don't have computers. And same thing, they have 2 sections, 2 tasks in AVA, probably 30 minutes per task. And the verbal, they'll have 2 tasks, 25 questions. There we have 20 questions in computer delivered test. Here 25 questions. Quant also 2 sections, 25 questions. And 35 minutes, there 30 minutes. Here 40 minutes, there 35 minutes. Simple change in computer delivered and paper delivered. And probably this test is test taker enters all responses in the test book itself rather than on a separate answer sheet. A calculator is provided for use on the quantitative reasoning measure. And these are the sample questions. They have verbal question. This is reading comprehension question. They can see hint here. Select one answer choice. So they need to select the answer and click on next. And again, this is also reading comprehension question. Select one or more answer choices. It means, you need to select two answers here. You need to select and click on next. You need to select and click on next. And this is again, something different question. Reading passage, reading comprehension question only. Select a sentence in the passage. This is the question. Select a sentence in the passage. They need to select like this and click on next. And these are text completion questions. Fill in the blanks as we discussed. They need to select 3 blanks are there. Select one entry from each column. Yeah, from each column 1 entry. 1, 2, 3. They need to select like this and click on next. And this is sentence equivalence question. Here select 2 answer choices because it is a synonymous. Select 2 answer choices. They need to select 2 and click on next. And this is multiple choice question. Select one answer choice. This is quantitative reasoning, math question. Select answer and click on next. This is again select one or more answer choices. This is also quant question. Probably 3 integers of 2 and 3. Probably 3 answers. Click on next. And we have a quantitative comparison question. Select one answer choice. I think this is geometry. I don't know, but I'm just guessing it. Select the answer, click on next. This is a numeric entry question. Enter your answer as an integer or a decimal in the answer box. Backspace to erase it. You will be given calculator and you type your answer and click on next. And this is data analysis. We have seen data analysis questions. Annual percentage, annual percent change in dollar amount of sales, these kind of questions. Analysis, data interpretation. Select one answer choice. Click on next. And this is, analyze an issue. Analyze an issue. You'll get a question here and you will be typing your response here. And you will be given 30 minutes for the response. See here, as people rely more and more on technology to solve problems, the ability of humans to think for themselves will surely deteriorate. So these kind of questions you'll get in, and you'll need to find an issue in this, and you need to develop an argument with proper examples. Analyze an argument. So this is really big. I can't read now. So you need to find a logical soundness of argument in this question. With the given directions. There are the given from probably some directions given here. With the directions given, you need to write. That's it for the day. So we have discussed about all the things. So special home edition. So you need to have this kind of webcam with the camera, inbuilt camera. Webcam is fine, and you need to use microphone instead of using headphones. So you need to use microphone like this. So you'll be keeping here and you'll be using the microphone, and you should not use your mic. Probably what they say, this thing. You could not use headphones, and you have to rotate your webcam 360-degree view. You need to show complete 360-degree view. Top, down, and around. Left, right, and front, back. You need to show 360-degree view, and you need to have a notepad or notepad in the sense you need to have a whiteboard. This is a big board I'm showing. So you need to have a small board, a whiteboard like this. You can showcase, or else you can use a transparent file where I have inserted a paper in this. A transparent file, you can insert a paper, a white paper, a white paper into the file like this. And you can use marker that is erasable marker. You can use marker for your notes and for taking notes, and you need to erase it in front of them itself. You need to erase it as well, so you can erase it. So this is how you can use a notepad like this for making notes, note taking, or anything, writing doubts there in the paper. So instead of using paper, you need to use transparent sheet like this. And probably we have seen a mirror. If you should have a mirror to showcase what are the things lying down on the left and right side. I'm just taking camera in selfie mode. I'm showing what is left hand side and what are the things are in right hand side, what things are available in right hand side. I'm just showing like this. So you need to show the things. So you need to show things like this. So so these are the main things required in SHE Special Home Edition, and it is quite easy, and many people are writing and many people are enjoying it, I could say this. So any questions you can ask now.
Mr. Lakshmikant, any difference between the Special Home Edition and the regular GRE edition in terms of the duration or in terms of the sections? I believe it is almost the same in terms of duration, because Special Home Edition, I think, requires more specific or stringent requirements. So are there any specific is there any difference between the Special Home Edition and the general GRE general test that is normally administered?
Yeah, it is a good question. There is no change in anything. There is no change in pattern. There is no change in difficulty level of questions, and there is no change in acceptance, probably accepted by the universities. What are the universities were accepting earlier? The same universities are accepting now as well. So there is no change at all. So everything is same. Only change is they are taking test at home. That's it. And probably at home they need to be little careful. There are no manipulations could be done, so they should be little careful. They need to know everything, because an artificial intelligence software has been installed in their laptop where student is going to take the test. So it is better, and entire session recorded, entire session, probably he is taking test, that entire session would be recorded for future purpose at the time of results giving. So it is better to have all things at place, and no change in the pattern, no change in the difficulty level, no change in the taking of test. But only change is they are taking test at home. That's it.
And they still get to send their 4 free scores, free score recipients in the Special Home Edition as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, most people think that the GRE and the TOEFL and the GMAT belong to ETS, but I mean, many people actually are of the impression, because all of them look synonymous. In fact, they sound synonymous, but GMAT, I believe, is not a part of ETS, right? It's I think it's a different administration.
It is. Yeah. GRE and TOEFL are the part of ETS. ETS conducts GRE and TOEFL throughout the globe.
Mm-hmm.
These are the test makers of GRE and TOEFL.
Right.
But GMAT is connected with GMAC. There is a council, GMAC. So GMAT would be connected by GMAC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you say that GRE is equivalent. In fact, as Harvard Business School is using GRE as a standard in Vegas. So it is considered equivalent to GMAT in terms of business school admissions, the admissions to the management programs. So I believe that GRE is taken equivalent to GMAT.
Yeah. That is what I said. Recently, a news came in the Google News. In the Google News, I have seen a student who is written GMAT thrice and unable to crack ISB, but he has written GRE once and cracked ISB. In fact, ISB is also accepting GRE scores.
Oh, great.
And almost all top business schools are accepting GRE now. And when you compare the difficulty level of GRE and GMAT, GMAT is too tough, and to crack single mark improvement is also very difficult. By taking 5 times or 6 times, maybe a single mark, single digit or 2-digit increment would come, but it is very difficult to make improvement in GMAT. But GRE is probably it is very related to their academics and it is very easy to crack.
So we generally recommend students to take the GRE instead of the GMAT for even for management admissions as well, because certainly, as you said, that GMAT is a much more difficult exam than the GRE, and GRE is more user friendly and much more compatible with our students.
Exactly right. Only thing they need to improve is vocabulary because Indians are very good at English, grammatically very good at English.
Right,
but lacking in vocabulary. They need to little stress, little stress on vocabulary part. They need to learn different kind of words. In fact, 1200 words means they need to learn at least 25 to 30 words in a day. It would be quite difficult, but of course, the beauty of learning is there are different kind of methods where they can learn words.
Okay. Now, one more question that we commonly get from most students is that what is the level of math that is required in GRE? Many say that it is school level, secondary school level, like 10th class standard. Some say that it is high school level, that means 12th class standard. So what is generally the standard of, in terms of our Indian students, generally what is the math level at which quantitative questions are actually given to students?
Yeah,
is it at high school level?
Yeah, math level, especially high school level, because these kind of questions we'll find geometry, algebra, and these kind of questions we'll find in school itself. Probably 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because when they ask for profile, when the student is showcasing their profile to the universities, they would ask for 9, 10, 11, 12. From 9 history, they will ask from 9th class. They won't ask for 6th class, 7th class. Probably they will ask history from 9th class. So simple thing is 9, 10, 11, 12 if they are really good. And math is dead easy, I would say. And probably they need to improve on verbal.
Right. That is true. Yeah, and most students actually need a bit of practice. So as you said that that there are ETS power prep options. In fact, I think ETS also has even a set of power prep options where there's a free test and also the paid versions of ETS GRE. So students have access to both. I think they can purchase the paid versions as well.
Yeah. They can purchase, and many people are doing that. But free versions also available. There is a one mock test with complete results. Would be given to the students, each and every student.
Does the mock test have a diagnostic on it? I mean, student to assess his performance or check on his performances to see where his strengths and weaknesses lie.
With result they will get.
Okay, that is good, because most students would like to know where they are strong at and where their weaknesses lie. So if they're able to have that assessment, I think it will be all the more helpful for them to focus on improving their weaknesses.
Yes.
That's good. I guess any of you, how about the others? Any of you have any questions? Please feel free to ask. Yeah, I guess not many questions, because your session has been very comprehensive. You have covered many of the queries that normally we get. Most common questions, I guess, that we get from students are these about the GRE math level, because many of them actually, some say that it is at class 10 secondary school level, and some say it is high school level in India. people say that it is CBSE maths or ICSE math or state board.
No,
So they
state. Yeah. See, we will find geometry questions in state board, algebra state board, and arithmetic state board. Probably data analysis is a common questions. It's really common. Probably, in fact, if you take Skylark, what is your yearly turnover? It is a data analysis question.
Right, exactly.
So it is a very quite common question. There is no relation between CBSE or ICSE or IGCSE or state board.
These are commonly the questions that students ask us, because they seem to have something in their minds, and then among the discussion groups, I guess most of them tend to have this, but we'll follow CBSE textbook, or probably will prepare using an ICSE textbook. Yeah. Usually, this is the kind of. But I feel that maybe ETS materials are much more better, in terms of the way they are designed.
In fact, they can go through the bulletin as well. They can download the bulletin. Lot of information is available in the bulletin.
Okay.
Lot of information in the bulletin. And probably, due to this pandemic, unable to come to Skylark as well. So, once this situation is normal, I would visit you people. I will case some bulletins with you. So it would be really helpful to keep in your library.
Certainly. Yeah. We will definitely do that.
Okay. Any questions to other guys? I think only 2 boys in this session. I hope I'm able to see this. All are girls.
Only. Okay. Yeah. All my staff and ladies, I guess. You and me.
Ladies empowerment. That's really great.
Yes.
So any questions, ladies? So you are really empowered nowadays. Ladies empowerment. You have a lot of value in India now. So any questions? Is it clear?
Yes, Mr. Rathnakant, it's very clear, and thank you for the session. It's very informative.
Okay. It is clear, or it is all clear?
Basically, no, it's clear actually.
Yeah. Okay, then. Okay, thank you so much for giving this opportunity, Mr. Dr. Satish.
And, thank you so much, Mr. Lakshmikant.
As you know, this is Lakshmikant signing out until we meet again.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Mr. Lakshmikant. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
You can end the session, Mr. Lakshmikant. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.